Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So it's been a good week to get the patio cleaned off. As y'all know, that was one of my taskers for this week. And so every Sunday I try to go on, but since we've had so much rain, I just did a video and I kind of took it easy this week. I'm almost done, lots of rain, but I think if I can go ahead and push this on out, like really knock it out really quick, I'll be done. But I still have to work on the pathways that are in to get the grasses and things like that up. But let me show you what I'm going to do. That's why I want to do this video. I want to show you what I've done, what I plan on doing and looking for, and then what I've gotten, because a couple things I was not pleased with throughout this growing season. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So I have been trying to spray paint this table for about 3 days now, and every time I come out, just like now, it gets really cloudy. So I think if I can give it one more little coat, because it started out as brown. I don't know if you can see this, but I wanted to paint it black. It was 2 tables that were left here by the old owners, and so one is on our front porch, and then I'm going to put one back here as well. So hopefully that will be the first thing that I'm going to do. They said it's not supposed to rain today, but the clouds are really gray. So when it's all said and done, I'm going to get Chris to pressure wash the patio, because I just want it really needs it. Like if you look at it, it needs it. I can get the broom and get some of the bigger things up, but I think a good pressure washing would be great. And I'm going to step back and pan up, because this is like a lattice. I always see them at the garden center where you can make the plants grow, but I guess they use this kind of as a shade. But it keeps dropping these little pieces down here. Like it's just little pieces. I think eventually we need to take this off. And every day I see little pieces, and then also like little paint pieces that are falling right here. But that I just need to get the patio cleaned off. So that'll be coming. So let me share with you what I did. Because this is not a really big patio, I knew that I had way too many things up here. I really tried to edit, but I also tried to be practical with what I do when I come out here. I seriously had made this. Y'all know I eventually want to get a greenhouse, and my sister bought me a potting bench that's in the garage. But I had made a few things out of like a makeshift seed starting area. And so what I'm going to do, and I need to hurry up and get it away from here before I backtrack and say I could use it. Let me turn the camera around and show you really quick. So do y'all remember these patio containers right here? I had bought these a few years back on clearance. Now I have one in the front, on the front porch, but I didn't want to put all 3. I thought that would be too much. I thought I was going to use it on this patio, but it just started getting full. I had made it into a potting station, and I'm like, you got to get rid of it. So I have it right here to go to Goodwill, and I'm gonna tell Chris, just hurry up and take it away, because I know me, it's already some stuff that I said I was gonna take to Goodwill, y'all, that I have pulled back. I'm gonna tell on myself, because I do that all the time. And so that's why if I'm going to get rid of anything or donate it, I'm like, go ahead before I start going back through it. So the only reason why I didn't want to keep it, because I had like at first 2 right here, and then 1 over here by the grill. And so when you walk out, it was just this area right here. This is what I want to share with you all, and I want y'all to put it in the comments. So eventually this table, it was left here as well. I'm going to put this out like by our herb garden. But I wanted to get a set. The only reason why I haven't gotten a new garden set, because I'm unsure on what way I want to go with it, because I don't want it to come out too much to where you're limited to walking space. So y'all know I went and grabbed my plant stand from on the side, and I put like a few plants right here. One I bought on clearance, and I'm like, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm unsure of where to put it. It's the Mandevilla, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure that out. That's not a big deal. And then I had bought the Creeping Jenny down here for a container planting, and so I'll figure out where that's gonna go as well. But this is what I am trying to do. So at first I was saying I wanted like a patio set that has the ottoman with it and a table. It would just be here for, you know, if Chris and I want to sit out on the patio, we could. But then I was like, because we had a bunch of folding chairs out here for guests as well. So I was like, I don't want a bunch of folding chairs on here when guests come over. So they had like it was kind of like a love seat and 2 chairs and a table. And I don't think I should go as big as a 7-piece patio set, but maybe like a 5-piece. So y'all tell me, what do you think? But the thing is I don't want the table to be so big to where I don't want it to sit in the middle. I already know that. I'm open to moving this plant stand if I need to push it back, especially if it's like the love seat. I think it was like the love seat, 2 chairs, and a table. So I'm open to like pushing the love seat kind of back where this is, and then maybe the table right here, and then like the two chairs. But I do want something right here, so just in case when we have guests, they don't have to go and like, we don't have to go pull out all of these folding chairs. And so I think that is where I'm going with that. And so what I did is I kept a few containers right here. I'm going to keep my patio containers. I'm going to keep these. I really like these. Oftentimes in the fall, I'll grow lettuce in here or some type of herb. We've had herbs in here. We've had strawberries. Right now, these are the Tidy Treats tomatoes right here. These I have to pull. I got some 42-day tomatoes, I think, that I'm going to put right here, but something very simple. So we have this going, but this is what I'm going to do today so that I can finish up. And y'all see I got my bag because I've been putting a lot of things in the trash. Sometimes I get like that. I'm like, just throw it away or either donate it to somebody that needs it. Stop holding on to stuff. And then some days I'm like, I want to keep it. I could use it. Let me know if you're like that too. It just depends, y'all. So let me share with you what I'm going to do today, what I have picked up, and I hope these are a little bit better to last me through the fall season. So at the beginning of the season, I planted these petunias, and I'm going to do a little bit of walking, so y'all just follow me here. So we had pink and we had purple. And I know, y'all, I know I'm supposed to cut it back. I do know I'm supposed to cut annuals back to kind of give them a second, you know, like a second rejuvenation, especially now that we're in July. However, these started out doing this. I just felt like they were too leggy, and I'm going to end up pulling these up. I may put some pansies for the fall or some violas, but I just did not like the outcome of it. And so the same thing here in the hanging baskets. And I did cut them back like maybe one time, but I'm just not pleased on the legginess. And here's the thing. Sometimes you can have what's called mounding petunias and trailing petunias, because in the garden, I started some petunias from seed that were more of a trailing and got tall, and I didn't like those too. So I think I like the mounding a little bit better, especially when it comes to the hanging basket. So I'm going to show you what we got, and hopefully this will carry us out. I think it's nice. So we're going to replace these right here. We're also going to replace these calibrachoas. I'm blowing because I think it's the sun. And so I got some more plants, but I don't know if I want to put them in here because I'm like, these need full sun. And the reason why I'm saying that is because these are the same plants. And they kind of halted when it was really, really hot. So they slowed down a bit. but now they're back at it. So I know they're beautiful. I know they have potential, but do y'all see how this is out in the full sun? So I really need something partial sun in this area right here, because they're just not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But what I got to replace them with is full sun. So I'm just gonna see, because I got them on clearance. If not, I know the perfect plant that I can put here, but the only thing is I don't think that I have the trailing type. And so if they don't do good, then we'll put us some violas or some more pansies for the fall season. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm trying, but that's what we'll do. But I know they have the potential, but I just don't think that they have gotten enough sun to be able to, you know, really shine like these. I've been so pleased with these. I really probably need to cut them back one more time, but I'm about to get ready to start a lot of my fall seeds. So I want to show you this real quick, because y'all know I told you that we are going to build this whole back area, the front area too. We're going to do it in phases. Now this is not on the to-do list for this year, maybe next year, but a lot of this stuff I'm pulling up. The azaleas, they're pretty, they're getting new growth, but they get a lot of spider mites here, and I really don't think this is the perfect place for them. They've been eaten up by beetles and spider mites, and I don't like the look of them right here. I just don't. I absolutely love this tree. This tree is gonna stay. It looked so pretty. It was red at the beginning of spring. Y'all, I'm trying to look at what is going on right here. Some spiders, some bird feathers, a lot of stuff happening. And then some of those paint droppings from above. But I know I want this tree to stay here. I've been looking at some plants that can maybe take this area right here, but eventually I got to get somebody out here to pull all of this up. I don't know if I want to put perennials back here or just make it an area that every year I change out different type of flowers by planting annuals. But we're gonna have to do a little something with this area, but not right now. Let me show you what we got, because see, I'm getting off track again, and we need to be focused on the patio because I'm ready to really check this off. I've been messing with this for about 3 days, and I'm like, okay, stop playing. It's time to get this done. All right, so I had to get out to where it's a little bit more light so you're able to see. So let me tell y'all, I had a good long talk with one of the ladies that worked at the Walmart Garden Center, and they apparently have different places that they have to come or go, different Walmarts that they have to go in their area, and oftentimes she's only there once a week. So sometimes you can find plants totally nothing done that they will mark down. Hence this plant right here. Like when I went the other day, the whole, almost, not all, but about 80%, maybe 70% of the whole garden center was just like marked down. And I was like, oh gosh, you have really hit the jackpot here. But so we got the Portaluca, but I really like these blooms right here. So we're gonna put those in those green hanging baskets, and I'll show y'all everything that we've planted and what's growing in the end. So make sure you stick around to the end, because I did make a couple of changes I want to share with you. And then these petunias right here, I really thought that these were a really pretty color. They were also on clearance, and the reason why I got these, they just look a little bit more fuller. It does look like they'll trail a little bit, but the middle part looks fuller. So hopefully they'll fill in the middle as well as trail and take us up until the fall, to where I really think I've actually, and I'll show y'all on another video once I start my fall flowers. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got some sweet peas that trail over like a hanging basket, like they're specifically for hanging baskets. And I want to say the Snapdragon too. I think I have those. So hopefully we'll be able to plant something like that. But if the ones that are in the green container doesn't do good, I'm gonna go with a flower more for like a shade or part sun, because the way everything is, it doesn't get like a full on full sun in that location every day. So let me get these planted, and then I'll show you some of the other things that we planted. And maybe while I'm planting these, I can figure out where in the world do I want that mandevilla at as well, because I have no idea, and I probably didn't even have an I had no business getting it, none at all. But we got to stick it somewhere. Like, we got to put it somewhere. This is the one that trails, so I might have to get very creative. Okay, so we can say that this is completed. Still a couple of things that I need to do, like maybe do a little trimming of the plants, and I'll show you that in just a second. But y'all, this was one of the tasks, and it's completed. So again, what we did was we got our petunias right here, and what I'm really wanting to see is that they stay full throughout the whole container and not leggy like the other ones. The reason why I say I still got a little bit more work to do, I want to come in and just kind of trim and deadhead these miniature roses right here. I don't know what my problem was at one point, but every time I would go into like the Publix, they would have different colors, and I just start picking them up. Not sure why. But we got some right here, and then I also had one more that I needed to place, so I placed it right here, and hopefully it'll come back. So for now, I'm gonna keep the table right here just in case we grill. We need something to sit the different dishes on. We can put it right here temporarily. Now y'all know we had a fire pit here, and I had to get a new one because that one was what the old owners left, and it was pretty much on its last leg. So we took that to the dump. It's a couple of other things that I got to take too, like this up here. I don't know why I haven't gotten it yet, but we'll get that done. And so what we will do, like in the meantime, that's why I got to be really strategic on what type of patio furniture that I want to put right here, because I was thinking I won't pull it out now, that while we're not using it, we can just kind of set it over here. I think it'll fit up in this space right here, and then when we're using it, we can just kind of sit it out. But I don't want to do too much arranging of the patio in order to like for it to be too crowded. But I do know that I did enjoy the fire pit. And so over here, I went ahead and I pulled the tomatoes. I got some 42-day tomatoes that I want to put here. And then we got some tomatoes right here. And what I really wanted to show you, this was another rose that I got. Y'all, I just fell in love with this color right here for some odd reason. But what I wanted to show you is that if you remember when we first moved here, I found banana mint. And so, y'all, I don't even like bananas, but I thought it was cool. But I said to myself, I should have cut it. Well, I did cut it back. It was getting leggy. But then I told myself, I said, you don't even use the banana mint. Put something here that you use. Now, I use a lot of rosemary. Rosemary potatoes are the best. And then I also use rosemary in my tea. So I put a rosemary plant here that I had got on clearance for it to fill out. And then this lavender here, I'm letting it just continue to grow, but I'm going to cut this back pretty soon because I see the new foliage that's coming on here. So we'll cut that back just so that it can kind of rejuvenate itself. And so we have our container planters that we have. And I just really want to see how these do in this space right here. And last but not least, I've cut this oregano back. I can't tell y'all how many times. It's a workhorse, and I do use it. So we're going to cut it back again. We have Greek and Italian oregano in here, and the variegated oregano. I need to do some trimming of that as well. And so we're going to see how everything goes. But again, y'all, it looks so much better. If you've been following us, you saw how congested it was getting. And so you pretty much had to be like on a maze. Now you can just walk out and everything is cleared out. But again, we want to be strategic about our patio furniture and our fire pit once we pull it out, especially on those nice fall nights. Okay, y'all, so it looks like it's gonna rain again, so I did get done. We can check it off the list. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.